Hey there. I was thinking about what I could offer you guys this week that I do that helps me out, that could help somebody else out. And I gotta say, my shoulder work, I really have to take care of my shoulders these days. And so maybe I can give you guys a little bit of advice if you're dealing with some shoulder pain, neck pain, upper back pain, headaches, things like that. If you're commuting, if you're working at a computer, or if, like me, you're a massage therapist and you're constantly having your arms in front of you, working, pushing away. We have to figure out how to balance things out. And I got to a point where I had to go to PT for one of my shoulders, well, for both of them. A lot of us can encounter that. I try to help people with that from the massage side all the time, but we all need to get worked on ourselves. Just because we see one way to work on somebody else doesn't mean that means that it fixes us. So, so we as massage therapists or anybody else really working, you're gonna need to kind of work on readjusting your posture, your shoulders, and getting everything to actually sit in a place where it's gonna be good for you. So how can we get there? How do we get out of pain? How do we then make sure that we're actually doing things to mobilize and stabilize that area? And then eventually, how do we strengthen it in a way that allows us to not be overwhelmed and having our bodies constantly having to recover from the workout itself? So I've got three different tactics here, three different approaches that I do. One is if I am in pain, I do Egoscue Method. So Egoscue Method has changed, like the first Egoscue Method pain-free book is fantastic. The second edition of it is also really good. It's actually simpler and very easy if you are having a problem, just to flip to the chapter in the book where that focuses on the portion of your body that is experiencing pain that might be preventing you from doing a workout or doing work. If you check out the repatterning exercises in that, they typically, for me, have helped me to get to the point where I did not have pain then, but did not necessarily help me to get to the point where I'm feeling great. So I try to do those exercises about once a week, just to make sure I stay out of pain now. But there have been points in my life where I've done it, several days a week as I was actually experiencing pain. Now I'm not, so that's great, but I want to keep it there. So I just kind of incorporate it in every once in a while, at least usually the day of or the day before I start my hands-on work week is when I'll throw it into my life. Additionally, my shoulders, they need more than just that. And so for a mobilization, trying to find ways to mobilize my shoulders, I've tried the PT exercises, I've tried the band exercises, I like them, they're all great. But what I really am finding a lot of pleasure in these days is Indian clubs. Now, not the full larger weight Indian clubs or maces that people use to really build up strength in their shoulders eventually, right? But right now, I'm needing to be a little more ginger with my shoulders, and in a very low weight, I'm using 1 pound Indian clubs and getting a lot of really good mobility work. I'm feeling like the scapular movement, and then also kind of just the front of that shoulder girdle kind of opening up, and then the scapula getting a little bit more freedom is just fantastic. I can't really explain it because it's, I'll try. When you're doing this kind of mobility work, instead of like a stretch or a lift, it's more like you're sending kind of rolling waves through everything. And you don't push to the very edge of your mobility, but you just kind of push to where you feel it, kind of almost like doing a self-massage. It's really fantastic. So I use those for that. And then as far as trying to strengthen my shoulders and realizing that I am a little bit pulling forward, trying to keep everything pulled back, kettlebell swings have always been a great place for me with that. But the way that I've augmented it now is I'm doing, Pavel has a newer approach out. I forget the name of the new one, but essentially the idea is that you're trying not to overload your body. You're trying not to have extensive recovery days, which, I mean, if you remember his easy strength from back in the day, similar concept. I love it. And essentially it is, what I'm doing is a kettlebell swing, a one-armed kettlebell swing, alternating. So swing up with one arm, swing, but anyway, an alternating one-armed kettlebell swing for 2 to 3 reps, no more than 5 reps, and then rest. And then repeat that on the minute, every minute for 20 minutes. And that's kind of what I'm playing around with right now. Using a bit of a lighter weight. My shoulders are still like building into everything, so I'm only using 25 pounds right now, but it's feeling great. So those are the 3 things that I'm doing to kind of keep my shoulders working, keep my posture all right, kind of recover from a little bit of issues in the past, and hopefully get them ready to work for another 40 plus years. So yeah, Egoscue Method for exercises to get out of pain and to help to stay out of pain. I'm doing the Indian club work to kind of keep things mobilized. You can find lots of videos on YouTube about that. And then doing the new Pavel kind of pacing of anywhere from 2 to 5 reps a minute on the minute of a alternating one-armed kettlebell swing. That's my current system that I'm applying, and it is working great. If you guys would like to see me do a walkthrough of any of those parts or of the whole thing, let me know, and maybe I'll make a video on any of those bits or of the whole thing. And other than that, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Got some cool stuff coming up. Shot some amazing egg cooking videos with a friend of mine, but I haven't finished all my editing on that yet, so hopefully you'll be getting to show you some cool stuff with that soon, and we can all just keep getting a little bit more awesome together. All right, love y'all. Bye.